Okay, mabuting araw everyone. So this is just an audio check. And para lang masigurado is clear yung audio and video on your end. Okay, so kindly respond sa ating chat facility if you can hear me loud and clear. Also, please make sure that you indicate your name so we can address you properly. Okay, so it's currently 1:50 p.m. and we will start at exactly 2 p.m. So you still have 10 minutes to grab some snacks and to take a quick restroom break before we start the webinar this afternoon. Okay, again, so if you can hear me loud and clear, kindly respond sa ating chat facility. Thank you. Okay, so it's already 2 p.m. and we can now proceed with the webinar this afternoon. Okay, so for this afternoon, the topic is going to be the PRRP5 or the short-term loan penalty condonation program. Okay, so before we proceed, let me just introduce myself. So I'm Luis Luzuriaga from the Member Education Department, and I will be your meeting moderator for this afternoon. Okay, so before we begin the webinar, meron lang few webinar reminders for us to follow and observe para maging productive ang ating session this afternoon. Okay, so first is, if you have noticed, naka-turn off yung video and audio functions ng participants. And yung reason is para makapag-focus tayo sa presentation ng speaker. And then next is, okay, so meron tayong chat facility wherein you can raise your concerns or queries later. Pero as of now, naka-close lang muna siya para again, para makapag-focus tayo sa presentation and discussion ng ating speaker. And in case na meron kayong question habang nagdi-discuss yung speaker natin, kindly take note of it. Kasi baka mamaya during the discussion, masagot na rin ng speaker yung question nyo. Okay, so when asking a question, kindly please make sure that you input your name para ma-address namin kayo properly. And please refrain from flooding the chat facility para mabigyan pansin lahat ng questions ng participants. Okay, and the next is, after the discussion, merong ipopost na evaluation form sa chat facility and meron din akong ipopost na QR code wherein you can access yung evaluation form. So, kindly fill it out para makakuha kayo ng copy ng presentation. Okay, so for you to get the copy of the presentation, you have to submit the evaluation form first. And then after mag-pop up yung confirmation message, dun nyo makikita yung link wherein you can download the copy of the presentation. And then lastly, you may opt to use your mobile phones or tablets, but we recommend that you use a laptop or desktop computer for the best learning and viewing experience. Although okay lang naman gumamit ng phones and tablet, pero kasi mas clear natin makikita and ma-appreciate yung presentation and discussion ng ating speaker. Okay, so the material in this presentation is prepared by the SSS Member Education Department, and the information used are based on SSS programs and activities current as of the date of this presentation. So it is strictly for the use of the participants and must not be recorded, reproduced, or circulated without SSS prior written consent. Okay, so again, I would like to reiterate that recording and reproducing the presentation is strictly prohibited. So kindly refrain from doing such activity para na rin maprotektahan natin yung integrity ng webinar. But again, don't worry, like what I said kanina, because a copy of this material will be distributed to the participants after the presentation and upon completion and submission of the evaluation form. Okay, so again, I would like to reiterate na you can access the link ng copy ng presentation after submitting the evaluation form doon sa confirmation message. Okay, so with all that being said, let me introduce our speaker for this afternoon. So again, he will be talking about the short-term loan penalty condonation program. So let's welcome Sir Forty Ramandaman. So he is the Senior Communications Analyst of the SSS Member Education Department. Okay, so let's give him a few moments to prepare his slide. Okay. Buting araw, Sir Forty.
So again, our topic this afternoon is all about the short-term member loan penalty condonation program or the STMLPCP. Isa ito sa 5 na PRRP, no, yung Pandemic Relief and Restructuring Program. Ito nagfo-focus dun sa mga loan obligations and settled loan obligations or yung may mga members tayo, member borrowers na mayroong mga past due sa loan nila. So I hope that you can grab this, take this, or exploit or maximize this program, no, para ma-settle natin yung mga loan obligations natin. Now, we have here our overview. And so again, it is part of the pandemic relief and restructuring program. Panglima to. There are actually like five. The coordination of the consolidated delinquent past due loan accounts of member borrowers. So dito again, like other condemnations na inoffer na ni SSS, no, ang kinokondone naman natin dito sa penalty. But for the last two na condonation na inoffer natin, no, ang kagandahan kasi 100% ng penalty yung kino-condone natin. Unlike yung mga previews, yung mga 2012 na condonation, like if I remember it correctly, 80% lang ng total penalty yung nako-condone. But this time, 100% of the penalty will be condoned, and then you'll just have to pay for the principal and interest. Yun na lang, babayaran natin. It aims also to provide reprieve for member borrowers whose livelihood and financial capacity might be affected with the recent pandemic. And currently, 'di ba, kahit lumuluwag na, apektado pa rin naman tayo. 'Di ba? It's been close to 2 years, if I'm not mistaken, since nag-start ng lockdown. Pero ngayon, grabe pa rin yung effect, no? And of course, provide delinquent member borrowers the opportunity to fully pay their short-term member loans, including those with past due restructured loans. So, yung iba na meron ng inavail dati, yung LRP, if you're familiar, loan restructuring program, it was offered like way back 2016 until 2019. Kung nakapag-avail kayo nun at hindi nyo pa rin, unfortunately, nabayaran, fully settled yung mga loan obligations nila, ah, pwede pa rin po kayo makapag-apply nitong STML-PCP para makondone pa rin yung mga penalties incurred ng inyong past due loans. Okay? So, we've issued circular, this one, dated October 29th of October 2021 under circular number 2021-014. You can search this in our website, circular, no, for your reference if you wanna check this out more, pag-aralan yung circular natin. And initially, okay, dun sa availment period niya actually, supposedly then, this STML-PCP should end last Valentine's Day, yung Feb 14, 2022, 'di ba? Kasi 3 months magra-run itong ano natin, penalty condonation. So siguro for short, I'll just call this program condonation, no? Kasi having STML PCP, baka magbulol lang din ako. So this condonation program supposedly initially should run lang for 3 months until Valentine's Day, Feb 14, 2022. But due to insistent public demand, syempre, in-extend natin. No? Kasi maliban lang siguro na ugali na din natin na kung kailan yung deadline, 'di ba? Kailan tayo magfa-file at nagkakaroon na ng mga problem na overwhelm siguro yung system due to the volume of applications na natatanggap. But again, kinonsider natin yon, and we've extended this program up until May 14, 2022, 3 months ulit, magra-run yung extension niya. Okay? So hopefully, ayan, for those who weren't able to file na parang nanghinayang nung Feb 14, hindi kami nakapag-file kasi nakipag-date pa. Diba? Okay lang naman yun. And good thing that it was extended again kasi mahabol pa natin yung mga past due loans natin. We've also issued circular on this one. That's circular number 2022-006 para dun sa extension. Okay, again, itong penalty condonation natin para sa mga short-term member loans extended until May 14, 2022. Now, the question is, how would we be able to qualify para sa program na to? Lahat ba, kahit may loan ako ngayon na active, kaka-loan ko lang, pwede ko na ba siyang i-file for itong condonation program na to? Diba? Now, for the coverage, para makapag-avail kayo or mag-qualify kayo for this condonation program, kung meron kayong mga loans with past due, no, salary loan, calamity loan, slurp, emergency loan, o ito nga yung LRP na na-avail yung 2016, 2019, pwede basta past due. When we say past due, Okay? Hindi niyo siya nabayaran for at least 6 months as of the first day of condonation period, which was November 15, 2021, last year. So, kung yung loan ninyo, hindi niyo nabayaran ng at least 6 months as of November 15, meron kayo netong salary loan, calamity loan, like kahit anong taon pa yan, like way back 1990s pa, salary loan na lang. So, pwede lang i-apply yun. Or yung LRP, itong panglima, no, in-avail nyo yung 2016, 2019. Diba? Actually, yung LRP, no, yung condition nito before was if you were able to apply for LRP tapos hindi nyo siya nabayaran, nasunod yung payment terms nun, you will not be entitled to other condonation program na i-offer ni SSS. Pero syempre, dahil in-adjust natin, kinonsider pa rin natin, ganun tayo kabait, kahit meron kayong mga LRP na hindi nabayaran, you will still be able to file, no, for this penalty condonation. So 6 months, again, as of November 15, 2021. Now, salary loan, ito nga, for those of you who are wondering, yung emergency loan, hindi kami mayat maya nag-offer nito. If I remember it correctly, the last time that we offered itong emergency loan was nung parang emergency closure ng Boracay. So mga members natin residing in Boracay, we offered emergency loan to them. Ayun, kung meron kayo niyan, hindi nyo nabayaran for at least 6 months as of November 15, pwede nyo apply for this condonation program. Okay? So again, yung availment period, nag-start siya ng November 15, supposedly it will end ng Feb 14, pero it was extended for another 3 months until May 14, 2022. Ito yung filing availment period natin. Okay, so ito yung coverage again ha. And then, sino nga ba yung mga qualified, makapag-avail? Maliban dun, sa paulit-ulit nating sinasabi, na merong past due ng at least 6 months as of the first day of condonation period. Member borrowers also na below or under 65 years old at the end of the installment term para dun sa payment, hindi pa nabigyan ng final benefit like permanent total disability or retirement benefit. And of course, have not been disqualified dahil sa fraud na ginawa against SSS. Ayan. So ito lang naman, basic yung mga qualifying conditions, no? And also, kung ikaw ay magfa-file ng inyong total disability or retirement benefit na yung date of disability or yung date of retirement ninyo is on or before the last day of availment period, which is May 14, 2022, pag nag-file kayo niyan at meron kayong outstanding loan obligation, may mga past due yung loan ninyo, automatic kayo magko-qualify for this condonation program. Kasi alam naman natin, no, if you have an outstanding loan balance kay SSS, sa mga loans nila, kung magpagdating ng final benefit, shall be deducted in full. Kasi, di ba, ang loan naman, hindi nyo naman po yan benefit, it's only a privilege. It shall be deducted in full. So, malaking tulong na din to kung yung retirement date niyo or yung date of disability is pasok hanggang or bago yung last day of availment period, which is again May 14, kasi automatic kayo magko-qualify dun sa total balance nila, yung penalty mako-condone or mawe-waived yun. Yun yung pangatlo. Pang-apat, kung yung magki-claim naman po ng death benefit, either yung heirs or beneficiaries nung namatay na member, magpa-file ng death benefit, and yung contingency date, sinabi natin contingency date, yung date of death, yung araw nung pagpetsa ng pagkamatay niya is on or before the last day of the availment period, which is again on May 14, 2022. Meron siyang existing loan, okay? Mga short-term loans yung pinakita natin kanina, ibabawas natin yon in full. I mean, mag-automatically qualify siya for penalty condonation program, and yung ibabawas na lang natin rather is yung penalty and principal and interest. Penalty will be waived 100%. Okay. And para dun sa mga meron pong educational loan, if you're wondering, kasama ba siya? Meron kaming balance educational loan. Hindi po kasama, no? Based, yung mga included lang, yung covered lang are the short-term loans presented earlier. Salary, calamity, slurp, emergency, and balance din sa inyong LRP or loan restructuring program before. Yan. So ano ba yung nangyayari dito pag nag-avail tayo ng itong condonation program na to? So if you have more than one, halimbawa na active loans or past due loans, more than one. In this example, we have salary loan, merong emergency loan, meron ding calamity loan. Okay? So, if you have more than one active loans, ang ginagawa natin dito, pinagsasama-sama natin, okay, into one consolidated loan. Ang pagsasamahin natin dito is yung principal and interest na lang kasi again, yung penalty naman niya is mabe-waive. So in this example, per loan, 'di ba? Merong principal, interest, total, then gawin natin consolidated loan. So, under this penalty condonation program, if you have again more than one outstanding loan, hindi kayo pwede mamili kung ano lang i-apply ninyo for condonation, 'di ba? Automatic consolidate natin yung mga past due loans nila. Uh, Initially, we would consider this na parang baka mabigat nga din, 'di ba? But on the brighter side, consider this as a quick step para ma-relieve tayo dun sa mga loan obligations natin, no? Kasi if we would just select one active loan or one past due loan, like for example, a salary loan, yung emergency and calamity loan would continuously earn their penalty, di ba? An additional interest, di ba? So mas maganda na one time, masettle na din natin yung mga unpaid loan obligations natin and we will be relieved of our loan obligations and kung anytime, pwede na rin kayo kung mangailangan ulit, di ba? Makakapag-file na ulit din kayo ng loan. So again, ang gagawin natin if you would avail, pagsasama-samahin natin into one consolidated loan, tapos yun na yung parang kailangan nating isettle, no? Yung consolidated loan natin. And speaking of settlement, ito yung mga terms of payment natin. Okay, we have first option is a one-time payment. Of course, one-time payment, full payment of the consolidated loan, yung mga pinagsama-sama nating principal and interest dun sa mga past due loans nila, but pwede na siyang bayaran within 30 calendar days. Take note, calendar days po Even if the last day falls on the Saturday, Sunday, counted pa rin po yun. Calendar days po. Okay, kasi pwede namang bayaran to sa mga bayad centers, di ba? Any bank or non-bank partners natin who are accepting PRN para dun sa loan. So from the receipt of the notice of approval of the penalty condonation application, and take note, ito naka-highlight, in a single payment transaction. Ibig sabihin, single receipt. Okay, single receipt. Hindi siya pwede, though you will be given 30 days. Bibigyan namin kayo ng 30 calendar days para masettle itong one-time payment or full payment. Kung sakaling balak nila is bayaran dalawang beses sa loob ng 30 days. And na fully settled naman siya. Sabihin na natin, kaya nyo naman. Pero kung babayaran nyo siya ng dalawang beses sa loob ng 30 days na to, ang mangyayari po doon, maka-cancel yung application ninyo for penalty condonation. Kailangan po, pag sinelect natin is one-time payment, isang bagsakan, again, single payment transaction. Nakalagay dito sa baba, no staggered or partial payments of the consolidated loan are allowed even if the required payment is completed within the 30-day prescribed period. So yun yung hindi po pwede. Okay? Kahit masettle nyo naman, kaya nyo sanang isettle in 30 days pero gagawin siya tatlong payment, dalawang payment, maka-cancel po yung application nila. And member ba other final benefit claim within the availment period may avail of the one-time payment term only. Pag more than 65 years old na 65 pataas, one-time payment na po. Diba? One-time payment, one-time payment term na lang. Now, we have a sample case here pagdating sa one-time payment. Okay. First case, with multiple outstanding loans, more than one, yung active loans niya past due, 6 months at least as of November 15, 2021. So dito, a member has 3 loans which are past due for at least 6 months. Ayan. As of November 17, with the following balances, salary loan ng 2016, emergency loan ng 2018, calamity loan ng 2020. So merong principal, interest, penalty. Okay? As mentioned kanina, under this program, kinokondone natin or i-waive natin, kumbaga, yung penalty. So mangyayari, sasama-samahin natin, this will be the consolidated loan. 28,288.36. So yung principal and interest ng bawat loan natin, yun yung isa-sum up natin to have this consolidated loan. Tapos yung total penalty, ito yung na-waived. No? And take note, you will be given again 30 days from receipt of the approval of the application ninyo for penalty condonation program. The outstanding principal and interest of the three loans will be sum up. Ito. So ito na yung total amount. Then the total penalty amounting to 2,197.07 shall be condoned upon full payment of the consolidated loan within 30 calendar days. Yan. Then, sabihin nyo, wala bang ibang option? Wala bang ibang option? Talagang full payment lang. We also have an installment term. Okay? But under this installment term, magre-require din tayo ng down payment, 50%. Kalahati as down payment. And yung down payment na yun, kailangan full payment din siya. In a single payment transaction. Parang yung sa full payment din. Pero under installment term, half will be paid in a single payment transaction, kalahati ng consolidated loan, no, within 30 days din from receipt of the notice of approval of the penalty condonation application. While the remaining 50% or yung kalahati dun sa consolidated loan, no, babayaran na siya in 6 equal monthly installment, starting from the month following the end of the 30 calendar day period from receipt of the notice of approval of STML-PCP. Take note lang ulit, pagdating din sa down payment na 50% or yung full payment na require natin, no staggered partial payments of the consolidated loan are allowed, even if the required payment is completed within the 30-day prescribed period. So again, just have to highlight, single payment transaction dun sa kalahati ng consolidated loan natin, even if you've availed again the installment term. Yung kalahati naman, 50%, yun na lang yung babayaran in 6 equal monthly installment. Okay? So, sample case here. Same din po, three loans which are past due for at least 6 months, hindi nabayaran at least 6 months, no? Yan. So, salary loan, emergency loan, calamity loan. Okay, so same din po yung consolidated loan kasi same figures lang din naman actually. No, 20,288.36. Total condonable penalty is ito, 2,197.07. So yung half ng 28,000 plus, ito yung installment term na to. Ito yung babayaran natin within 30 days, yung half. Well, this uh, half, babayaran natin in 6 equal monthly amortization. So ito yung amortization period para dun sa 6 months. Okay? So 50% mako-condone din naman upon full payment or total settlement of the consolidated loan na balance natin. Ayan. Ito, payment reminders lang din po. Under installment term, again, the member borrower must be under 65 years old to qualify for the installment term. At the end of the installment term, otherwise, member borrowers shall only qualify under the one-time payment term. DBR applicants, ito yung death, disability, and retirement, shall only be allowed to avail of the one-time payment term through deduction from the proceeds of the final benefit claim. So, again, automatic naman siya. So, one-time deduction na lang yan. Kung sakaling meron niya kayong outstanding balance past due, tapos mag-file na kayo ng inyong final benefit, death, disability, or retirement. No? Then a payment reference number shall be issued with the amount and due date for each required payment, both consolidated loan and restructured loan. Okay, tandaan po natin na if you are an employed member, nagtatrabaho tayo sa pribadong sektor, empleyado tayo ng pribadong sektor, at tayo ay mag-a-avail or magfa-file nitong penalty condonation program, pag nagbayad po tayo nito as personal payment, kahit employed tayo, pag nag-avail tayo ng condonation, hindi po siya babayaran through employer. Personal po yung maging payment nito. We will provide you your very own payment reference number for this condonation program. I-check nyo po yun dun sa inyong My.SSS account mismo. Okay, under PRN for loans. Pwede nyo yung dun nyo ilalagay amount to be paid or generate nyo ng PRN, tapos yun yung gagamitin para sa payment. Again, let me just reiterate, kahit employed po kayo, pag nag-avail kayo ng penalty condonation program, you will have to pay for this personally, hindi po siya ipapadaan through employer. Okay? Now, what are the conditions again? Diba? unpaid penalties of the loan shall be condoned as follows. Under the one-time payment, immediately mawawala agad yung 100% ng penalty. While pag under installment, syempre, yung 50% automatic, ano siya, agad-agad mako-condone. Okay? From the upon payment of the 50% down payment, pero yung natitira, yung tipong hindi naman siya mag-incur na ulit ng penalty. So parang idea lang, talagang upon full payment, after ng amortization, doon natin consider na condone na din talaga yung remaining half ng penalty incurred nung inyong loan. Okay? Other conditions, the penalty condonation application shall be deemed cancelled. Yung sinasabi natin, no? And shall not entitle the member borrower to condonation penalty if partial payment is made for the consolidated loan under one-time payment or 50% down payment. Tandaan ulit natin, pag one-time payment, 50% down payment sa installment, full payment yun that requires a single payment transaction. Okay? Any partial payment made for the cancelled application shall be treated as regular payment and shall be applied to the oldest outstanding short-term member loan in the following order of priority. Penalty first, then the interest, and last the principal. Halimbawa, hindi nyo nga nasunod yung ano natin, payment term, nagbayad pa rin kayo. Halimbawa, one-time payment. Supposedly, full payment yun, isang resibo, diba? Binayaran nyo ng parang one-fourth or half. Maka-cancel yung penalty condonation application ninyo. Yung payment, mapopost pa rin naman. It will be applied. Okay? Babawas muna na kung alin yung pinaka-oldest na loan doon. Tapos ibabawas muna natin yung payment na ginawa ninyo sa penalty ng loan, interest, and principal. Ito kasi yung ano natin, order of priority para dun sa payment ng loan. Any excess after posting of payment shall be applied to the second oldest outstanding short-term loan and so on. Yan. However, kung sakali, 'di ba, 30 days, 30 calendar days kasi yung grace period na para sa pagbabayad ng one-time payment. Halimbawa, hindi nyo nga nasunod yung unang in-apply ninyo, like last December. Na-approvean kayo ng penalty condonation, it would run until January. Tapos hindi nyo siya nabayaran din sunod. Allowed naman kayo na mag-resubmit, mag-reapply. No? So a resubmission of the application is allowed within the availment period based on the recomputed loan balance after the posting of partial payments, if any. So ang mangyayari doon, again, pwede lang kayo mag-reapply for the condonation program. Pwede naman. Okay, reapply kayo. Tapos, online din, same process din naman. Tapos kung yung natitirang balance doon, kung meron mang penalty, yun lang mako-condone, you still have to pay for the principal and interest. Yan. Then, the balance of the RL1 should be zero at the end of the term. Otherwise, the unpaid principal of RL1 and the proportionate balance of condonable penalties shall become part of a new principal under RL2. The RL1 shall be closed and RL2 shall be set up. Para dun sa mga nalilito, saan nanggaling yung RL1? Kung maalala nyo kanina, doon sa ating partial installment term, di ba yung 50%, babayaran natin as down payment, full payment din yun, while the remaining 50%, nababayaran natin in 6 equal monthly amortization, yun yung maging RL1. So sinasabi sa condition na to, dapat, after 6 months, zero na dapat yung RL1 natin. Kasi fixed yun for 6 months, di ba? 6 equal payments yun. So dapat after, yung payment term na yun, ng 6 months, zero na yung balance. Otherwise, if meron pa ring balance doon, hindi nyo pa rin na-settled fully yung balance even if you've availed under this, if you've availed this penalty condonation program, ang mangyayari sa RL1 ninyo, maging RL2. Okay? Pag naging RL2 siya, subject to penalty ulit. Diba? Ito yung mangyayari. So sa RL1, ito pala, under installment term, okay, meron din po yung interest rate na 3% per annum. Like any condonation naman, kahit hindi sa mga government, diba? Sa mga private, pag nag-avail naman kayo ng mga condonation like on banks, pag installment yung term, may nag-apply pa rin yan ng interest rate, diba? So dito, meron naman tayo 3% per annum, sobrang baba lang naman. Okay, based on the diminishing principal balance over the 6 monthly payment term. Okay, then a penalty of 1% per month shall be charged against RL1's and paid amortization after its due date during RL1's payment term. Pag naging RL2, yung interest rate niya babalik kasi pag naging RL2, ito yung natirang balance after 6 months hindi nyo pa rin fully settled. So RL2 parang iti-treat siya as parang regular loan subject to interest rate na ulit natin na 10% per annum. Tapos, it should be immediately due and demandable. So, mag-apply ulit. Mag-penalty ulit siya, 1% per month. Okay? So, ito yung mga iniiwasan natin. Sana. Then, other conditions, all member borrower must apply for the penalty condonation program through the SSS website by accessing his or her My.SSS account. Exemption to this are the following members with death, disability, retirement, or the DDR claims, which can only be filed through over-the-counter filing. Yung mga self-employed, with dependents, mine workers, racers, jockeys, and incapacitated retirees subject for representative pay. So ito again, if you are other than this enumerated here, ang pag-file po natin ng ating My.SS, ng ating application for condonation is through your My.SSS. So payment reference number under the RTPL for loans shall be used for consolidated or structured loan payments. Again, personal payment to. So ito, inulit lang natin, one-time payment or 50% should be, dapat po masettle siya within 30 days. Pag hindi naman, pwede naman kayo mag-reapply. Okay na yung application. So online din po. Basta, hindi pa lalagpas yung sa availment period natin which is until May 14, 2022. And then amount, pang fourth, amount due under the approved condonation application under the RL1 or RL2, including all accrued interest and penalties must be fully paid before the member borrower can avail of other SS short-term loan programs. So kailangan po masettle, no? Kung naging RL1 man yan, yung kalahati ng installment term, naging RL2 na dahil hindi natin na-settle yung RL1, bago tayo makapag-file, kailangan ma-fully settled muna siya. Okay? So ano na nga ba yung mga requirements? Must be registered in the My.SSS kasi strictly online pa yung application natin. And must have a qualified short-term member loan that is past due for a period of at least 6 months as of start nung ating STML-PCP application which was last November 15, 2021. Okay. So kung sakali nantay niyo yung loan nila, magsi-6 months pa lang siya ngayong November. Pang 6 months niyo ngayong February of 2022. So hindi na siya mako-qualify for condonation kasi dapat 6 months na siyang hindi bayad as of November 15. Okay? The member must have an updated contact information like your mailing or home address and email address. Yan. Sending of notice of invitation. Nag-ano po kami nito ha, nag-send kami through email, ayan, or through your my.sss, yung announcement na meron tayong itong condonation program. And hopefully, naka-follow din kayo sa mga social media, official social media accounts ni SSS para updated kayo sa mga programang kagaya nito. Hindi yung late na natin malalaman, di ba? Mga filing date na. And if, again, please, if you know someone na nababurden din sa mga loans nila, inform them of this program. This is the perfect time for them to settle those loan obligations. No? So nag-send kami electronically to individual members and employers, nag-send through the registered email, and then posting through the inbox facility yung parang envelope dun sa my.sss. Nakalogin na kayo. Ayan. So ito maging process flow natin. Apply for STML PCP under e-services and my.sss through your my.sss account on our website. Then select the preferred term and submit the application together with the promissory note as well as certification and undertaking. Kailangan pong basahin nyo na maigi. Okay. Then, member will receive the notice. Okay. Notice of loan approval through inbox notification or folder on the my.ss account through members registered email. Then, babayaran na po gamit ang PRN. Again, ito po ay personal payment. Okay, personal payment po siya. Kahit employed kayo, you have to pay it personally. Ayan. Ayan. Just give me a sec po. I apologies for that. So again, ito yung general process flow natin, no? So madali lang naman. Again, strictly online yung application. Pili kayo ng term ninyo na gusto, one-time payment or yung installment term. Wait for the notice of approval and then you just have to pay it again personally even if you are employed. Na para naman dun sa mga magfa-file natin ng mga members no for DDR, death, disability, retirement claims. Ayan. So, ang mga qualified lang ulit dito, yung final benefit application is filed within, file natin within the availment period up until May. Again, May 14, 2022. And then yung contingency date, date of retirement, date of death, date of disability is on or bago din yung last day ng availment period which is on May 14, 2022. So, ito yung process, application, and processing of for DDR claim online or over the counter, approval of the member's DDR benefit. Take note po, automatic condonation of penalty of eligible short-term member loan accounts, and automatic sending of notice of qualification on penalty condonation program to members benefits or beneficiaries rather registered email address for those with loans qualified under STML. Now, kung magpa-file po kami ng retirement, do we have to separately file para yung mga loan namin upon application nitong upon filing ng retirement benefit na namin will be automatically deducted? In that case, magfa-file po kayo ng disability, beneficiary kayo magfa-file ng death or retirement benefit, okay? Ito, DDR filer need not accomplish a separate application form for this penalty condonation program since member borrower's past due account is are automatically qualified based on above stated eligibility requirements. So automatic na siya, no? Okay? Automatic na siya na ifa-file. Pag nag-file pala kayo ng inyong DDR, death, disability, or retirement, automatic na qualified kayo for this penalty condonation and then okay, yung penalty ninyo will automatically be waived. Ayan. So, I hope no may mga natutunan na clarify mga so siguro before we end no yung presentation ko pa lang, 'di ba? Would like to encourage na din yung mga members natin, yung mga attendees natin, this might not be applicable to you kasi updated yung mga loan payments ninyo. But if you know someone, please help them. Just by informing them that we have this penalty condonation program would be of great relief na din sa kanila no, to pay. They will have an option to pay na yung mga unsettled loan obligations nila. Wag na pong antayin na pagdating ng retirement or magantay nung kailan ulit magkakaroon ng condonation kasi hindi po ito regular na binibigay. Diba? Hindi tayo regularly nagkakaroon ng condonation program. The last time that we had this was way back 2018 to 19, tapos 2021. Diba? Hindi siya regular, hindi siya yearly. So, every condonation na meron tayo ngayon, grab the opportunity to file para again will be relieved of our loan obligations under SSS. Para pagdating sa mga final benefit na, pagdating ng mga panahon like retirement, buong-buo natin makukuha yung mga benefits natin. Okay, so also don't forget to share what you've learned here kasi hindi nga ito maging applicable sa inyo. But if you know someone, help them, inform them of this penalty condonation program para ma-maximize naman nila or ma-exploit nila itong program natin. Okay? So that will be the end of my presentation. Again, maraming salamat po. Before we head on to the question and answering questions live through our chat facility, let me hand over the microphone or yung virtual floor natin sa ating napakasipag na moderator.
Thank you, Sir Forty, for that very detailed presentation about the PRRP5. Okay, so before we proceed sa Q&A portion, let me just promote some of the programs that we currently offer. Okay, so on the screen is the Excel portal. Okay, so ano ba yung Excel portal? So this is an e-learning portal wherein you can learn about the SSS benefits at your own pace and at your own time. Okay, so yung maganda dito is this is for free. All you need to do is to register and then ipass yung mga modules. Then you will get an e-certificate. So currently, ang available modules ay sickness benefit, maternity benefit, unemployment benefit, disability benefit, salary loan, pension loan program, and retirement benefit. Okay, so if interested kayo sa ating Excel portal, you can scan the QR code para makapag-register or you can access it through the chat facility. Nakapost yung link doon. Also, again, naka-open na yung ating chat facility. You can start asking your questions and again, a reminder, please don't flood yung ating chat facility para mabigyan pansin lahat ng questions ng participants. Okay, next is we also offer company or organization seminar. So ito naman ay seminar on SSS benefits and updates dedicated to the employees of a requesting company or members of a requesting organization. Okay, so if you or your company is interested, you can email us at member_education@sss.gov.ph. So just kindly indicate sa email niyo yung preferred date and time nyo. And then since this is going to be conducted online, kindly let us know na rin kung ano yung preferred online platform nyo. Okay, so just a reminder, we can accommodate a minimum of 15 participants. So again, if you are interested or if you have any inquiries, you can contact us sa mga contact information na naka-flash sa screen. Okay, next naman para sa mga employer representatives na nandito, we also offered in-depth information seminar. So this is a 2-day intensive online training on the Social Security and Employees Compensation Program. So kasama yung mga updates and computation ng benefits. So if interested kayo, yung link wherein you can pre-register ay nakapost sa chat facility. So kindly check it out. Okay, so next naman, when it comes sa mga information about SSS, please make sure na you get it straight from the source. Okay, so ito yung mga verified social media accounts ni SSS. So for Facebook, Philippine Social Security System, or Instagram, at MySSSPH, for Viber, MySSSPH Update, for Twitter at PHLSSS, and for YouTube at MySSS Philippines. So if interested kayo mapanood ulit yung mga videos na pinlay ko kanina bago mag-start yung ating webinar, you can access it through the official YouTube channel, which is at MySSS Philippines. So kindly like and subscribe sa mga verified social media accounts para lagi kayong updated sa mga news and advisories. Okay, so again, para maiwasan natin ang fake news, always get it straight from the source, the verified SSS social media. Okay, so speaking of fake news, nag-iingat ng SSS ang publiko sa mga Facebook scammers at fixers na nag-aalok ng mabilisang pagproseso ng UMID card or benefit claims kapalit ng transaction fee. Okay, so wag din maniniwala or wag ikalat ang mga clickbait post tungkol sa mga paraffol o cash bonus para sa mga SSS members kasi fake news po ito. Okay, so in case na may ma-encounter kayong gantong scenario, ipagbigay alam nyo agad sa pinakamalapit na SSS branch or directly i-report sa Special Investigation Department. So naka-flash sa screen yung kanilang contact information. Or yung email address nila is fid@sss.gov.ph. Okay, so that's it. Pwede nyo nang iscan yung QR code na naka-flash sa screen para ma-access yung evaluation form. And pwede nyo na din ma-access yung link na evaluation form na naka-post sa chat facility. So again, just a reminder, please don't flood the chat facility when asking a question. And yung mga ibang question na hindi masasagot live, ay sasagutan naman via chat. Okay, so we can now proceed sa Q&A portion. And this afternoon, nandito si Sir Rodel para sagutin yung mga questions ng mga participants. Mabuting araw, Sir Rodel.
Hi, mabuting araw, Miss Luis and sa ating mga participants. So we will read yung mga questions natin pertaining to our topic this afternoon, the short-term loan penalty condonation program. So
Okay, so Sir Rodel, mag-start na po tayo magbasa ng mga questions ng ating participants. Okay, so first from Anonymous, ang question niya is, nag-start daw sila bawasan ng 1K per month, kasama daw ba yon sa condonation? Pero 1 year na daw sila kinakaltasan. So I think meron po siyang previous message kanina. Ayun.
yes, I think Miss Luis, no, this is if under contract pa po siya, meaning hindi pa po lapse yung 2 years to pay, no. One of the requirements po kasi ng condonation natin is kailangan lapse na yung terms ng ating loan by November 15, 2021 nung the time na nag-start tong particular condonation program. If hindi pa po lapse yun, then hindi pa po tayo qualified for the said program. So, kailangan po talagang tapusin yung yung terms of and condition natin na 24 months to pay. So, kung let's say, no, nag-lapse na talaga and then may initial payment for 1 year and qualified naman, no, na nag-lapse na for 6 months nung November 15, then it's just so happen na magkakaroon po ng penalty. Nag-incurred na po yun ng penalty, no? So, yun po yung ibabawas dun sa sa magiging consolidated loan ninyo once you applied for this short-term loan penalty condonation program.
Okay, thank you, Sir Rodel. So for the next question from Ma'am Nancy, yung question niya is, nag-apply po ako ng loan restructuring last 2018 and paid for 2019. Qualified po ba ako for this program?
So, again, no, kung lapse na yung loan natin for 6 months nung November 15, then qualified po tayo. Yung hindi lang po magiging qualified dito under this program is yung yung ongoing pa rin po yung inyong terms and conditions. Kung kaka-loan pa lang po natin itong 2020 since until 2022 yung terms no, yung 24 months. So kung ongoing pa rin yun, hindi tayo magiging qualified for this program. So if nag-restructuring, no, kasama pa rin to sa mga sa mga maaaring mag-reapply for this short-term condonation, yung mga unpaid LRPs natin dati, mga restructuring program natin dati na hindi nyo natapos, hindi nabayaran, nag-incurred na naman ng panibagong penalties and interest, RL2 yung tinatawag. Then pwede po tayo mag-qualify pa rin sa program na ito.
Okay, thank you, Sir Rodel. So for the next question naman po from Maggie. So, hello po, sir. Good afternoon. Meron po akong loan last 2016. Then this January po ako nag-start magbayad. Qualified po ba ako mag-apply for loan condonation?
Hi, Ma'am Maggie. Yes po, no? Kung 2016 pa, so natapos yung terms and condition ng 2018, you are qualified for this, for the ang mawawala lang po dito and the interest and the principal would be paid whether it's a one-time payment or yung installment po natin na 50-50, no? Yung 50% initial payment and the remaining 50 will be paid via 6 equal months po. Ayun po.
Okay, thank you, sir. So for the last two question po. So second to the last question from Ma'am Cathy. So pwede daw po ba makahingi ng sorry, ng copy ng presentation para ma-FYI din yung employee namin sa program. So, Ma'am Cathy, again po, after you answer the evaluation form, makakakuha po kayo ng copy ng presentation. Okay, so for the next po, ito last question na sir. So from Ma'am Lee. So good afternoon, clear ko lang po. So si member po need pong pumunta ng SSS branch para mag-apply ng condonation. And what if masyado na pong malaki yung loan and interest, di po kayang bayaran within 6 months. Kung installment, wala na pong longer period of payment. Thank you.
Hi, Ma'am Lynn. Regarding po sa application nitong ano, no, condonation, this is strictly online. So there's no need for you to fall in line sa ano sa mga branches natin or magtungo pa personally sa SSS branch. With regards to payment and terms po, no, as of now, yun po talaga yung dalawang offered na terms and condition ni SSS with regards to with this program, either one-time full payment or the installment term na um, 50% initial payment and the remaining 50% would be paid for 6 equal months. Yun po kasi yung terms and conditions na approve. Wala as of now, wala po tayong longer terms na-approve regarding that one, and hindi rin po natin alam, katulad po na sinabi ni Sir Forty, kung kailan pa po magkakaroon ng condonation program, if there would be another program na katulad po nito, no? So, kung ito po yung available, I do suggest to grab this opportunity to seize the program, and magiging beneficial din po to sa lahat, no? So ayun po. Thank you, Ma'am Luis.
Okay, thank you, Sir Rodel, for answering yung mga question ng ating participants. So again, yung mga ibang questions na hindi na-answer via live, sinagutan din naman po via chat. Okay, so again, for you to have a copy of the presentation, kindly answer the evaluation form. And then once you submit it, dun po ulit sa confirmation message, may link na nakalagay doon wherein you can access or wherein you can get a copy of the presentation. Okay, so again, thank you everyone for attending the webinar this afternoon. So on behalf of our Department Manager 3 of Member Education Department, Attorney Marisa C. Mapalo, we thank you for the time you have allotted for us. We hope that you will disseminate what you have learned to your families, friends, and colleagues because it will be a very great help for us. So it's a pleasure to speak in front of you all, and with that being said, mabuting araw sa inyong lahat at maraming salamat po.